last night, Daniel and I stayed up till after midnight. That's the first time for Dan in 9 years. 9. He's never made it past, I would say, like 9 or 10 at night. Bird. He's an early bird, yeah. So he stayed up and we got to celebrate New Year's here in Mexico. It's the first, or not the first, it's like the third now, holiday that we've celebrated over abroad. It was pretty cool watching everyone party till really early this morning. The kids were out on the road at like 1 a.m. just doing fireworks, playing, being kids. It was a lot of fun. And so we're excited to start our day in the jungle. We're making a trek through, and Daniel will tell you more about it.
So yesterday we came out to this area of the jungle with our buddy Juan David, and he's been telling me about it for a while. He told me there's some ruins out here in the back of the pueblo, old Mayan ruins, like a burial site, and he's been telling me about it for a while. We finally got him to take us out here to the jungle yesterday, kind of showed it to us, and now we want to come out here and kind of explore it and check it out on our own. There's some amazing mounds built up, almost kind of built up like a pyramid, where you know there's like a tomb underneath. There's another couple ones where there's very, very apparent tombs and some amazing intricate trees that were very apparently planted directly on top of the tomb. You can see these old trees that look like they're probably at least 100 years old are planted on top of these mounds where it's built up. So you can tell that the mounds are super old, and it's very intentional, and it's just a really cool, really sacred place. When we went out there with Juan asked us, like, can you feel the energy of this place? And you really can. It's pretty special, and it's really deep back here in the jungle. You can tell we're in some pretty thick woods, and we just got to the very entrance of it, so it's gonna be a lot of fun. Stick with us. So we got to see some Coatimundis this morning, which is pretty cool. We've seen them here on the road to Half Moon Bay before, and we've seen them out in the jungle. Far out in the jungle, they're very skittish and don't come anywhere near humans, but here in Half Moon Bay they became a little bit tame. They're a mix kind of between a raccoon and an anteater. They have a crazy long tail. They hang out in packs, and here in Half Moon Bay they kind of get into the garbage and whatnot. So we saw a huge family of them around a kind of like swampy little marsh area, and we had one come up to us that was pretty curious, got pretty close to the camera. I think he was maybe interested in Bob's snack, but cool experience this morning getting to see Coatimundis. All right, so we're only about 500 kilometers out of the back of Acamal Pueblo. Really close to where we live at. Just a few minute walk through the jungle, and as you can see, we're in some really deep jungle here. I hope the camera is kind of capturing the perspective of us being on top of a big mound here. This is very apparent that this was done intentional. It's not natural, and it appears to be a Mayan burial site. And like we said, our friend Juan showed us this place, and it is special. You can feel the energy out here. You can tell that someone important was buried here. This is not just some random person's burial site. Really special. You can tell it's super old because look at these trees. You can see this giant, massive trunk system down here of this tree that's growing out of the top of the mound. So I'm no tree expert, but this thing's really, really old, and it's on top of this mound. So obviously this mound was created a long, long time ago. Just a really cool, special place out here in the middle of the jungle. And we're gonna head on from here, check out another burial site, and then we're gonna go on to another kind of hidden cenote out in the jungle, and maybe go to another even bigger kind of commercial cenote. So stick with us, we're gonna show you a lot more today. So we're at another burial site now, and this one's really special. We'll show you some video in just a second. You can see this incredible trunk system here, and this is the way you find this one. The trail's way over there. There's no trail even coming up this direction, so you have to kind of know to look for this amazing tree. There's not another one in the jungle around like it. There's another kind of big one over here that we're going to check out, but this one stands out. You can tell there's something special about this. And when you come over here, there's another mound that's built up, and there's actually a very obvious and apparent tomb that goes down in here. And it's crazy, the massive rocks have been in place for so long that the roots have grown in a rectangular pattern around it. It's incredible, so amazing, really special feeling out here to be able to experience this with absolutely no tourism, no gate, no entrance fee, no stupid bracelets, no nothing. This is legit, like I feel like I'm Indiana Jones right now. This is awesome, very cool. Just read a post on social media recently about a guy who lives in the jungle and kind of close to this area that posted about the abandoned termites nest and how you can burn it in a fire and it smells really good, and then also it's super good to prevent mosquitoes. So we just kind of stumbled across some of that here. Termite nest has just been kind of abandoned and deteriorated there, so that's pretty cool. That stuff would be good to throw in a fire. So a little change of plans. The jungle got kind of a little too dense for flip-flops and not having a machete, so we kind of lost the trail. It was completely covered out there, just wild raw jungle. Amazing. We had a blast, but now we're gonna go to the beach. So that's one of our kind of like our hat trick, if you will, in this area, getting to spend time in the jungle and going to the beach in one day.